Okay, hello people, welcome to Fashion News with Betty. So, this is an interesting story when Saudi Arabia, the hermit Islamic country, the home of Islam, this is how their women dress on the beach. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, Islam, the bastion of women's rights on earth, where men and women are equal, and the Quran gave women rights, equal rights. Yes. Anyway, so this is how women in Saudi Arabia dress when they go to the beach with their kids. Like, oh, dear me, could you imagine that in the desert heat and you're wearing that? Hmm. Anyway, so there's a new ruler in Saudi Arabia called MBS, and they Saudi Arabia have finally had their first ever what they call um swimwear fashion wear show on uh, red what did they call it Red Sea Fashion Week. Yeah, so these are some of the pictures. So Saudi Arabia holds its first historical ever swimwear fashion show, and it kind of looks chic. I like that. I actually like that. Nice swimwear. I think the women could have been a little bit more chunkier. You know, with Arab culture. Arab culture do not like praising skinny women, especially in the desert when food ain't plenty. But you know, it is what it is. Um, but yeah, so these are so it's Saudi Arabia's Vision 20, which is to modernize the country and to diversify the country from being an oil dependent country where it gets most of its revenue to open up other sectors like tourism, fashion, etc., etc. The location looked really nice of this fashion show, and I think some of the designers like were from like Morocco, Lebanese. You know, I think some of them. I'm not too sure if they were Saudi Arabian, um, but they gave a showcase to various different Arab designers, and some of the swimwear actually looks nice. I'm looking to see. It looks like it's probably women that are attending this fashion show. I can't really. Can you see any men? Let me see if there's any men there. Oh, is that one man there? There, maybe one man there. Um, let's see. Let's see. Yeah, MBS. Like, this is a historical thing, and big up to MBS. I'm not a fan of Islam, obviously, because I'm a Christian. Um, but I'm glad that he's trying to modernize or trying to come into the 21st century or into the Western world, because Saudi Arabia has a big impact on the Muslim world simply because it's the home of Islam, the home of the Muslim prophet Muhammad. So um, it is important these changes for women, and it will have an effect on the Muslim world and further women's rights. So it says, so this is from the South China Post. So some pieces from Yasmin. She's pushing the envelope in a country where women are required to cover their bodies robes less than a decade ago. Um, so Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman has initiated a series of dramatic social reforms in a bid to soften Saudi Arabia's austere, austere image. No. Saudi Arabia held its first fashion show featuring swimwear models on Friday, an envelope pushing step in a country where less than a decade women were required to wear body covering abaya robes. Um, Poolside featuring the works of Moroccan designer Yasmin, including one-piece suits in shades of red, beige, and blue. Most of the models had their shoulders exposed, and some had their midriff partially visible. That's It's true that the country is very conservative, but we try to show elegant swimwear which represents the Arab world. Yeah, read the full article. Um, when we came here, we understood that swimwear fashion show in Saudi Arabia is a historical moment. Can you say that again for the people in the back? it Because it's the first time to have such an event. She added it was an honor to be involved. Yeah, it's really nice. And the swimwear is nice actually. I'm looking at the swimwear. The show took place on the second day of the inaugurated Red Sea Fashion Week at St. Regis Red Sea Resort, situated off Saudi Arabia's western coast. The resort is part of the Red Sea's global One so-called Gig project at the heart of Saudi Arabia's Vision 2030, social and economic reform programs overseen by Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman. Prince Mohammed, they're all called Mohammed, aren't they? Let's be honest. A lot of Muslim men are called Mohammed for obvious reasons. Um, who became the first in line to the throne in 2017, has initiated a series of dramatic social reforms in a bid to soften Saudi Arabia's austere image, stemming from its historical championing of the purest form of Islam known as Wahhabism. Those changes have included sidelining, stick wielding religious police who used to chase men out of the malls to pray, reintroduce cinemas, organise mixed gender music festivals. They have coincided with the ramp up of repression, targeting dissidents, including from conservative clerics who might protest such moves. So it Shukru Mohammed, a Syrian fashion influencer who attended the fashion show, said it was not surprising given that Saudi Arabia's attempt to open up the world and grow its fashion industry sectors. The fashion industry in 2022 accounted for 12.5 billion US dollars, or 1.4% of the national GDP, employed 2,300 230,000 people, according to a report published last year by the official Saudi Fashion Commission. It's the first time to have a fashion show in Saudi Arabia, but why not? Seriously, why not? Mohammed said. It's possible, and we have it here. Yeah. Raphael, a French influencer who also attended on Friday, said there was nothing risky. Is it risky key to his eyes? But in the Saudi context, it was a major achievement. It was very brave for them to do that today, and I'm very happy to be part of it. He said, "Yeah, so yeah, like maybe I'll have a look at some of these designers, like later, um, later what you call it, later of my videos. Maybe I might try, see if I can get it in my size, big girl size, UK size 20 after COVID weight gain. Oh well, but see what you think and stuff like that. But big up to the designers, and big up to MBS. You know, my God, they're coming in the 21st century. Woo! Have we got any pictures? And Saudi Arabia is like the perfect setting for this because they're in the sun. Okay, don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe, and share my videos. And it's time to cut the video off now.